Hey Internet. Will be a very short stream since I should stop at around 5. But I have a little bit of time to kill, so we gotta read a bit more. Yippee! I do want to catch up with the story, so that's what we're doing. Haven't pigs out in the city. Man, maybe we should not have sold our wheat. That's why you never do wheat for sheep as a mage. And hatred for the Victorians is deliberately stoked. Colin tries to dispute stored Quain to maintain order, and delegates the task of finding Theo to Nemus. You must search this area for Theo to no avail. And... okay. And things happen. Wow, there's so many people here. Sorry, please make way. Whip, again. I've been to Millington Street already. It was picked clean ages ago. Shops are still open, but the shelves are all empty. Even the shopping bags are gone. Kramen said they had stuff left here, so I went 5 blocks only to find not even a single foul beast feather left. Might as well go back, grab my crossbow, and sneak past the guards to hunt in the dark woods. At least I might get some real meat before I starve. Yeah, and then you will just never find back home. What? Really gone crazy from hunger now. Going into the forest is a death wish. And you're not crazy? Stop talking like you know anything. Why you just say I don't know anything? The Queenstone Lacquer Suite, Emma's place, you know about it? Haven't had a chance to check it out yet. What of it? I went there and had a look. There's no queen left, but from what Emma says, it's all because of those bloody Victorians. Victorian bastards have been blockading us since forever. This isn't new, so why act like it's a big shock? Because the spies have already infiltrated Sourcy. Come again. When Emma went to visit the HE plate, she saw the charred remains with her own eyes. Dublin is still investigating. Bloody hell. Should have struck back the minute Tara gained independence. Right about one thing though. You should go get your crossbow, or to hunt, or to root out the traitors. I cannot see how this would end badly. Of course, if I caught them, I wouldn't let them off that easy. A quick death is too good for them. Push-ups, my man. Hi, Monkus. Why are you like this? I did already work out and I don't even have that much time to stream today. You give me no choice by locking art redeems. Soon I've worked through the art redeems. Then we can think about activating them again. Okay. I see how it is, but I hope your work is going fine. You gotta stream tonight, right? That's gonna be fun. That's out of the shots. One. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 12. I realize I'm not very productive after work, so I went to using usable hours anyway. That is how I started, like, fucking streaming every day of the week. And not really YouTube videos anymore. But yeah, I do get it. And I do need to work also on YouTube videos again. To be fair, I guess during the days I'm kind of very busy just looking after job stuff and stuff like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I also realized I did move my camera, so I think it doesn't even catch me while I do the squats, does it? 9, or maybe a little bit so. 10. 12. Okay. Body is still at least in shape. That's what matters. Okay, back to seeing people being nationalistic about their home country and weeding out the traitors. Of course, if I caught them, I wouldn't let them off that easy. A quick death is too good for them. guess the stores have been cut off from the supply of grain. I boiled a few potatoes for Cullen. But is it enough? My man just wants some potatoes. We don't do that in Germany stream, I see. This is a negative example of... I mean, in the end, we will defeat the purple flame and people will be less racist and nationalistic. We will defeat racism. And with we, I mean... probably... weed. I do love my dragon girls. There are too many people here. I'll take another route. Some of them are armed too. They planning to hunt down Victorian spies? But there's no grain left in the city. What does this have to do with the Victorians? Everybody knows that British just love their bread sandwiches too much. So they use up all the grain. Come on for you. But I'd be fine. I'm Mr. Cullen's apprentice. Everyone knows that. Theo will not survive the story, man. Don't be afraid, Theo. No one will hurt you. Theo crouches down and squeezes to the crowd, making his way to the opposite corner of the street. He nimbly slips through a dark, narrow passage and emerges on the other side of a brick wall. The noise of the crowd gradually fades from his ears. See? No one gave me any trouble. Mr. Cullen must still be busy with the dragon sculpture. By the time he notices what's going on around him, all the stores will be empty. I need to help him. Trying to make some mashed potatoes. Take these and give them to the neighbors. Tell them not to worry. What about you, Onimus? Will she have anything to eat? Instead of giving us grain, it'd be more useful to help everyone catch the spies. Otherwise, we'll never get to the root of the problem. Man, I wonder if they took some inspiration from, you know, the British stealing all the... Okay, it's not stealing, but didn't the Irish have to still, like, basically during famine ship off potatoes because of contracts and everything? Surely it has nothing to do with anything of that. Otherwise we'll never get to the root of the problem. I go. Please let everyone know. But for now, just take them. We must dance with the leader, so it's only natural to endure a little hardship for everyone's sake. Alright then. Thank you. Hey Cullen, you must have more where that came from, right? Besides, how do you know we'd be running out of grains? They must be off in advance, or... What are you saying, Robbie? If you don't want any, fine. But I know you or Nimbus aren't spies. You've both been racing that Victorian boy together. Get out. What? Did I hit a nerve? Am I right? Are you really... Man is supporting a whole city on his backs, so he gets called a spy, SMH. Cullen, I heard you've been distributing grain. Impeccable timing. So, where is it? I think that's left is right here. Don't change the subject, you still haven't answered me. I've said everything I had to say. If you feel these potatoes will dirty your hands, then give them to someone else. Why you want them or not, Robbie? If not, then let me have them. There are plenty of hungry bellies to feed. Don't be ungrateful. Now, give them here. Why should I? I don't want them, right? So give them to me. Had chance. But, you know, normal behavior over potatoes. Potatoes in the back were very small. One had a usual oval shape. Let's go, we're eating cursed potatoes. My arm. My god, he's bleeding! How could he turn a plate on a fellow tavern worthy? I get hammered. Drop at the sword. Don't make me use my hammer on you. You're the only one who we can count on, Cullen. Something's been off about Rory lately. Follow him a bit to check up on him. He's been out of sorts ever since his antique collection got burned in the war. As for his plate, just take it. Don't let him have it back. Hold on. The wound isn't too deep. Come here. I'll stop the bleeding. As far as the queens, I have Nemus think of the solution when she gets back. I know. I know. You're giving away everything you have. But, you're not as scary as you look. Right, he's just a nice man, imagine. Don't talk, save your energy, eat more potatoes. I might have some cornmeal left at home, let me check. You can have it, then I'll walk you home. Now the real question is, will Cullen survive this side stormy? Cullen, are you and Fionn doing alright? Why is there blood in here? As somebody just spills ketchup. Before we lost control and slashed someone. Where's Theo? Left a while ago for... Damn it. You... forget it. No one could have foreseen things getting so bad so quickly. All things in the city. Rumors are spreading everywhere that the Victorians destroyed the HE plate, and now Cersei is about to boil over. Well, just burn all the British. What could go wrong? I know no one dared to go after Theo after you stood up for him, so you felt safe letting him run around. But this time, it's different. I have to go find him. You have time for that? Aren't you making a statue? Well, it needs to be finished before Samhain. There's still a little time left. Damn it! Damn it! I'm worried about Theo. You just focus on your work. Okay. She got this, right? She will not be also accused to be a British spy. Have you seen Theo? Theo? Where has the boy run off to? Slacking off again, no doubt. Colin spoils him too much. You really should talk to him about that. Theo! Theo! What trouble has that boy gotten himself into this time? Have you seen Theo? You're right. Me? Yeah, I'm fine. Just hungry. So what is it? Did you say something? So how long till they just eat people? Just the person I was looking for. Has that boy Theo been up to anything suspicious lately? No. Just keeping himself busy as usual. He'd better. Theo! What are you doing here, Wake Woman? Wait, you're... Oh, the singer. What brings you here? I heard rumors of chaos in the city, so I thought there might be something I could do to help. Alas, there is not. All I've heard is that the supply shortage was caused by Victorian sabotage. Yeah, or directly by Dublin saying we should sell more cranes. I've only ever run into the Victorian army by accident. And you and Cullen were the ones to save me at the time. Also, the information you've provided us on the Wakeman has been truly fascinating. Sorry sir, I really don't have time to be reminiscing. But I could use your assistance. Cullen's apprentice, Theo, has gone missing. Can you help me look for him? I am unable to help with that. The city folk are angry enough at the Victorians to flee one alive. Why bother running around looking for a Victorian child? Forget it then. I'll go look myself. Remember that the celebration will start in just over an hour. Only need to deliver the sacred instrument symbolizing the Wakeman's blessings to the venue. Sorry. I really must be going now. What do I do now? Amos, is that you? I finally found you. What happened in the city? Toss a witch hunt. Rashidi and Pritchard search for Theo the apprentice when they notice something suspicious about the city's grain shop owner. As night falls, Dublin's victory celebration is about to begin in the tavern after another round of drinks. What the hell is up with the description of him fully being there though, man? That is game design. I've checked every inhabited street and found no sign of Theo anywhere. All I saw were the flames in the towns were growing even stronger. As if a sudden gale had swept through. Hey, you know, having one common cause and enemy does unite, I guess. What's more, the winter seems used to it at this point. Getting rid of the flames would only terrify them. They'd only have numbness in their body. Does this mean it's too late for the people of Nasorsi? No, I can't think that way. First priority is to find Theo. I should go find the nomad named Pritchard, the one Nemus mentioned. But would anyone really be willing to pitch a tent outside the city? It's because they can't get into the dark woods. Walk out along the right side of the guard outpost, then wait to the creek. I think this is it. Pair with blonde hair, tall, yet agile. This must be the Pritchard Nemus mentioned. You know me? No, I don't believe we've met before. Nemus asked me to come find you. My name is Reed. You are that Dwecken. Pritchard leans in slightly and twitches her nose twice, but also does not otherwise react. Rashidi takes this to be the way the nomads greet each other. Just normal puppy girl behavior. You're not a vet Dwecken from the city? What? I'm not a vet Dwecken at all, I'm just... You're not the one from the city. You're a different one. Second Dwecken returning to the city. Just like the old stories. You can tell with a single sniff? Sure can. The flames smell different. But that's none of my business. What can I do for you, Reed? Theo's gone missing. Amos told me you might have an idea where he is. But you often chat with him when you're in town. He's missing? Went out this morning, never came home. And the city's in chaos today. Searched all over Nasorsi. Both Nemus and I. But there was no sign of him anywhere. But I saw him just before I left the city. He was doing fine. No, I can't say he was fine. Anyhow, I went to the Citadel after that, then left town. Haven't seen him since. What the heck could he be? Theo! Theo! Should have knocked him out and carried him back with me when I had a chance. Say something, Theo. This time you're coming with me, you hear? Where are we, Pritchard? You know, this is where all the hopeless people go. This plate was dragged out during the war, supposedly to appease some noble or other. But when they brought it back, it was left like this, barely clinging on to Nasorsi. No one's bothered fixing it up. He always hides out here when he's feeling wronged. But he have left the city. I've only seen one person leaving the gates. Emma from Lacour Street. You sure wasn't with her? What's more, she was taking a cart full of who knows what to the entrance of the forest. All by her lonesome. She met up with someone there, they took the goods, then she came back by herself. And she didn't notice you. City folk don't see too well. Yeah, you know, they're all burning. Or hear. Or smell. Besides, I was pretty far from her. So she delivered a large shipment and returned by herself. Where did all those goods come from? What does this Emma do for a living? Once a grain shop. I've delivered letters to her before. So a shopkeeper left the city. Now keeps close at home. Seeing how this is the only lead we have, we should hurry over to Lacour Street. Pritchard? Reed? Hello, you wouldn't happen to have seen Theo around, would you? Theo? Didn't Emma send you to find him? That's right. Nope, haven't seen him. Haven't known where that boy has run off to. Hope he didn't skip town along with the spies that set the HE plate on fire. How can you... Richard, we need to find him. How about Emma then? Have you seen her anywhere? She closed shop up early today, actually. I came to see if she might be willing to reopen for me, but I guess I wasted the trip. We are all out of grains. There it is again, that cold burnt smell. It's been everywhere now so easy lately. I can't stand it. Man doesn't love the undead, SMH. Been meaning to ask, are you able to smell purple flames? Yeah, the scorched sense of the red dragon's flames. Lately even the city folk have been reeking of it. It's not just the smell. Fire itself has spread to them. What? Oh, I don't see any flames on them. So you can't see them either. I was gonna ask the same thing. You saying you can see the flames? So we have the eyes, we have the nose, now we just need the ears to hear the flames. But again, makes sense. You being attacked too and all. The city folk lived so close to the other one, even worship her like a god. Guess it was only a matter of time before they got burnt. Emma, it's me, Pritchett. Emma! She's not in. With that purple flame stench coming out of the keyhole, must be someone in there. So what now? Fake in? Don't see any other options. Burns door. What? So taking fire can burn through locks too? Let's save the conversation for later. We need to get in there. Here. Okay, you know, of all the titles you could have, I don't know if I would want to be the man known as the Torturer. Officer, have a drink. You may not have a proper feast, but there's more than enough booze to go around. Cheers. Oh, if it isn't our resident wake woman. Lead invited you too? I'm here to present the sacred instruments to the Red Dragon on behalf of the Wakeman. Oh, offerings from the Wakeman. Let's see what you've got. A whistle, and what else? Samhain is almost upon us. The Wakemen do not have much left to offer. This is all they could spare. That's it? My sincerest apologies. Weren't you the one swearing to us you to bring in those visual doodads to give the celebration the dignity it deserves? I'm sorry, I didn't think it through. Who cares? It wasn't Nemo's idea anyway. I was against it from the start. Got so suspicious about offering some people who deal with ghosts and corpses all day. Should be glad that they only gave us the whistle. Of course, you would take her side. She shaved you alive. But they can't just laugh this off. Tell us, Vikun. How do you plan to take responsibility for this? How could you not bring us at least a harp? Quiet. This was not solely her responsibility. We truly wish to hold the Wakemen accountable for disrespecting the leader. We can revisit the matter later. Set aside the matter of the ritual objects for now. Leader sent me ahead to make sure everyone is enjoying themselves. These are difficult times, so we're keeping things simple. There will be no feast for the ceremony, just potatoes. But feel free to go and relax until she arrives. Not you, Wake Woman. I expect you to provide Her Highness an explanation for your failure. Perhaps you could take this chance to curry favor with the other officials. They could put in a good word for you later. Yes, you know, and just offer all the deals you cannot make. I pass on that, thank you. Right, the righteous one I see. These fellows, have they always been like this? Huh, always? bureaucrat once exhausted himself managing logistics for the Silver Bluffs front. He went days without sleep. He was so worn out that he nearly collapsed on the Nassau's agricultural plate. The cool officer is a cold-hearted scoundrel, to be sure. But during the war, the wealthy merchants and nobles holding Queen near Nassau would tremble at the mere mention of his name. The torturer, I seen take pleasure in others wailing and screaming. I mean, I guess he found his dream job. But I've also seen him charge into the enemy ranks like a rabid tusk beast. Now though, had the Highness not vetoed it, they'd probably be enjoying a lavish banquet right now, even with the city as it is. Man, maybe a plan has at least some sense. Will our dear Brigadier ever remove that stick from his ass? You look like you're in a bit of a mood too, bureaucrat. What's wrong? What's wrong is that the city is almost out of grain and I'm responsible. The ombudsman. Okay, what is an ombudsman? Ombudsman is a government official who investigates and tries to resolve complaints, usually through recommendations or mediation. I see. Well, what can you do? It was a poor harvest. Besides, didn't I tell you to pin it on the Victorians? That Emma girl said exactly what you told her to. And the townsfolk took the bait, so what's the problem? Even if there is a famine, these people treat the leader like a god. They never turn on us. Never. Or are you afraid Emma will spill the beans? No, she's been on edge since she got back, but she follows instructions to the letter. Not worried about that. What worries me is the merchant who met with her. There's been no word from him. Normally, we should have heard something by this morning. There's a little delay. What's the big deal? What are you two muttering about over there? Oh, we're discussing that hero Cullen. Oh, what about him? At that time, he told us he took out a whole squad of Victorian scouts in the dark woods by himself. 4 or 5 men were using the terrain to his advantage. Said there was one child left behind, but he couldn't bring himself to finish the job. Sound about right? But think about it. Why would a scout squad bring a child with them? That is suspicious. Huh. Vekumen already explained that. The scouts are taking hostages. A group of merchants who travel between Tava and Victoria. Forced them to guide them through the forest. That's some explanation. Sure. I buy that it was a cavern, but the scouts? I don't know about that. Still, my man is innocent, okay? It's just a boy. But the scouts? I don't know about that. His throat getting dry, the rider grabs his mug, only to find it devoid of beer. I go get you some more. The mysterious woman stands up and heads to the bar. Ryder leans back in his chair. As has been his habit for many years, he sets about planning how to make the next part of his story captivating. However, as he thinks it through, a sudden tightness grips his heart. Even if this woman is also a survivor, even if she knows a thing or two about what happened, she cannot simply lay everything out there like he has been, at least not for this next part. Man, but I want to see the truth and nothing but the truth. Heavens knows what she would have to say about it. It's just a story, a shadow cast on the wall, not the fire itself. They are making fucking Plato's cave reference, don't they? The storyteller must always remember this, or they will find themselves consumed by the flames. Here you are, your beer. Thank you kindly. Now, where were we? Stop Lena's ugliness at the celebration banquet. Alright. Well then. The true star of the party is about to make her entrance. The Tuesday after party is about to make her entrance. Until then, Dublin's ugly visage will remain, so hideous that no one can face it directly. My what is it? Just something crawling on my head. I may be freezing here now, Cersei. At least there's still bugs. Don't move, I'll grab it. Look, it's a free spider. Free proteins. Nom. Wait. Banquet house suddenly quiets down. Everyone is staring at the bureaucrat's head, where a beetle is perched. A solid gold beetle. Be a witch! Oh, one of the decorations fell down. Go on, put it back. Officer removes the gold beetle from the bureaucrat's head and places it in his palm. The bureaucrat lets out a sigh of relief. He's about to place the beetle back in its original spot, and flutters its diamond-encrusted wings. What the hell? Flies a short distance towards the door, lands in the center of the hall. Yeah, you know, I don't think that's exactly how it happened. Takes a few steps forward, and the beetle, as if tempting him, crawls a little further ahead. Such enthusiasm, Mr. Bureaucrat. Your Highness, I just wanted to catch the stray beetle for you. Of course. Why would I blame you for that? Oh, alright then. By the way, about the sacred instruments I reported to you about. A trifling matter. What is truly important is that my faithful servants be rewarded for this victory. You have one coupon for a pizza party. Once we invent pizza. Lana picks up the beetle from the ground and flattens her palm. Beetle buzzes as it flies towards the door. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the very hall where the treasures of the ancient King Gale were once displayed. The furnishings had all been looted by the Victorians, as they are wont to do, but we have finally returned most of them to their rightful places. That beetle you were chasing was awarded personally to a capable official. He was praised for his tireless work in gathering every last grain of the harvest and storing it in the treasury. Yeah, good job, man. And now you're worthy of the same. But you, our army would likely have collapsed from hunger 100 times over. We'll chase it down, for it is yours. As long as it's willing to land on you, you'll always have the right to collect our grain. I love my government made by insects. Yes, thank you. Now then. A planner scans the room. Some stare intently at the bureaucrat's back, wondering what rewards they will receive, while others cannot help but glance at the other treasures in the room. The sword that enforces the law, the cloud beast that listens to appeals, the knot that records history, the crystal teardrops that symbolize compassion. This is just a world full of magic items. There's gonna be any adventuring party rolling in here right about now. It seems none of you can stand to wait any longer. How about this then? Everyone, feel free to take whatever in this room you desire. In an instant, it is as if all the treasures come to life, moving on their own. Hi Iman, how you doing? The cloud beast statue starts running, the crystals start rolling, the knot begins to twist, and even the ceremonial sword studded with Sargonian jewels breaks free from its stand, hopping comically toward the door. I'm doing good. Having kinda fucked up schedule today. And busy with things, but it's also a good time of being busy, I guess. So just for once an early stream that is short. But I'm doing good. It's a nice day. Oh, my servants. These are my rewards for your loyalty. You're doing funny? Right? As long as you don't crack your funny bone. It is unclear who takes the first step, but once he does, the tide is unstoppable. The crowd chases after the treasures, searching out of the banquet hall. Man, and they did not realize the two treasure was the friends made along the way or something. Driven to madness by avarice, the Dubliners are led into the dark woods by the greedy red dragon. From the grain shop owner, Roshini and Pritchett learn the truth about Theo's disappearance. I swear to God, Theo will not make it. He will be dead. A beetle flies through the dark alley. It flaps its wings furiously, but only manages to find its way into an abandoned block that few souls trade anymore. Its golden body is too heavy, weighed down even further by the gems on its wings. It can only fly a short distance before coming to rest in the gap between the stone tiles. Found you. I got it. I got it. They've got your back. Now help me get these crystals before they fall into the ditch. You know, maybe you just do not deserve the crystals. And you're 1 sub away from 100 subscribers. I mean, I will get there for sure. Everything at its time or something. Coming. Hold on. I'm going to get my cut if I help you, right? Sure. Just hurry. You don't want to see these crystals end up in the ditch, do you? Sweet cloud beast. You're mine. Good. All the gems on the sword are there. Where are the Picardie and the others? Who cares? Birkert tucks away the parasite, while the officer eagerly watches the crystal tears drop again and again. The ombudsman possibly manhandles the cloud beast, while the torturer raises the sword as though it conferred power over life and death. I think there's some lesson in that treasure is not worth it or something, if I would be smart. What a lively scene. All of this treasure is yours, my servants. I'm not so miserly as to withhold them after seeing how much you love them. But what more do you intend to take from me once I've given you these? Let me guess. Oh, okay, I do like the dragon. Now, this looks not like a treasure you would want. They're gonna be blindsided and eaten by it, won't they? A path appears at the dead end of the alley, and even more shiny baubles rush towards it. There's no time to bother before it's already in their hands. Greed is one hell of a thing. They scramble for the treasure on the ground, stuffing it into their pockets, carrying it on their backs, and rushing towards the next shiny piece before even standing back up from the last one. None of them care where the path leads. Going to Dossals tomorrow. Outside time I treated myself to something nice. Squeeze these county bumpkins in Dossals a little more. Don't forget my share. And wait for the townsfolk to send me some Victorian spice. You know, Torture is extra fucked up. Everyone else goes like, look, I can now afford all the treasures or all the alcohol, whatever I would want. Torture goes like, man, surely I'll get some people to torture. My. After far more than just wealth, aren't we? Life of luxury, a high status, power over life and death. You want it all. I've nothing against being true to your desires, but you desire things that I will not miss. Unfortunately, they happen to be my servants, yet you seem far greedier than I. So, goodbye. Go to where you belong. The treasures pave a shiny path where none existed, sending the madman out of their lair and out onto the land, towards whence the darkness came, the gaping mouth of the dark woods. I know this is written as a story. I wonder if what, like, supposedly actually have happened is that she has more or less held a banquet in the forest or something like that to then get rid of them. This part is very different from the rest of your work. I told you, I've abandoned many drafts in the process of observing, thinking and writing. Any and all of them ready to be thrown in at a moment's notice. Do you really think I'd be sitting here, thinking this will? I could tell the story as a consistent, unified narrative. You're the one insisting it gets a proper ending, not me. True. But if I must regard those passions as your own personal embellishment, I also consider the rejection of Pritchett by the Mist to be a creative liberty as well. No more than the exiled king you forced into the story. It's interesting that he do point out at least some of the inconsistencies of the story. Interesting. Then, what about the rest of the story you're about to tell? Should it be seen as an observation or as a creation? It's up to you to decide. You want me to tell it or not? Of course, go on. So what was wrong with Emma? Tossed cold, on top of a mild malnutrition. She didn't look so bad out in the outskirts of the dark woods. Sickness of the spirit, most likely. I went for the stats you needed to be collected from door to door. People won't even turn on their lamps to save fuel, never mind food. What could she possibly be shipping out? She runs the Crane store, maybe. But only a Crane store. She couldn't have done this on her own. There must be somebody behind her. I also still need to ask about Theo. Some time to wait for her to come to her on her own. Can you hear me, Emma? Niels? Take me with you. Take me with you. Oh, she's still dreaming. Niels, is that somebody's name? I've seen it written on letters she's gotten. A loved one, if I had to guess. And where might we find them? No idea. It's been a while since the last letter. Niels. Scold me. Beat me if you must, menaced Kinky, but don't abandon me. Bureaucrat told me to smuggle food, so I did. What meaning is there in a life without you? What point is there in being kind to others? Man. The bureaucrat, Dublin. There's so much food in the city. I think a card won't make a difference. I could actually save somebody from starvation. Won't make a difference. Should I keep trying to wake her up? Wait. Why wasn't it you who lived? With the cursed Victorians? Why did their child live? Child of Victorians? Why? You're right, my dear. I'll make things right. Wait for me, Niels. Wait for me, my love. I can see you, my love. I can see you. Why? Why? Victorians who killed you have been chased out. Last Victorian bastard died before my eyes. Niels? Sweat fills Emma's feathered brow. Tormented by nightmares, he instinctively grabs the sheets beneath her, but now stop her from trembling. Other two stand up at the same time. It's already past curfew. Will we really be able to move freely? Stick with me. If the mist wants to take either of us, let it try. Wait, someone's coming from the citadel. Where is it? Looks like Dublin. It's... Fancy running into you. Brigadier. What's going on? It's like he's walking ghost. Brigadier! Who's there? Ashini? Go back. Oh, back to... What happened? No, nothing happened tonight. You have a lead on the food shortage, sir? The owner of the grain store was instructed by the bureaucrat to smuggle food out of Nasorsi. Be able to get it back if you're quick. Bureaucrat, I should have known. It's too late. Everything's too late. Why? Do you know where the food went? Not the food. Me. Us. Thank you for informing me, but I... What's going on? Tell me! No, nothing happened tonight. Can't imagine what could have turned you, a warrior with no qualms about killing for the greater good, into this. That you and Dublin found this nation over the corpses of so many, just to starve your own people to death here? No, never. Thank you for informing me. I will deal with it, personally. But do not mention the name Dublin ever again. You got your promise. Do not set foot on the streets again tonight. And especially do not break curfew with someone insignificant, as you're doing now. This is for your own good. Ashini opens her mouth to speak, but the Brigadier shows no acknowledgement. He turns around and walks towards the outskirts of the city with heavy, tracking steps. What are you gonna do as he says? Hide? No. I must need to know about Theo. You know where she lives. It's a wee bit far, back to the other side of Nasorsi. And that's where we're going. Nem's house is just ahead. That was easy. Seems the mist didn't get into the city tonight. Nemus, are you home? Nemus? Hey, didn't she say she'd be at the Dublin victory party? She not back yet? The Brigadier was leaving the citadel. Party should be over. Mr. Sheeny, Bridget. Sheeny is about to speak when her gaze meets Nemo's. Her eyes even blanker than the Brigadier's were. What's going on? Did something happen at the Victoria party? No, nothing happened tonight. What are you two doing here? Vic, inside. You mustn't be out on the streets tonight. What the fuck happened exactly? As Nemus hurries Lashini and Bridget inside, Brigadier passes beyond the boundaries of Nasorsi. He walks into the forests where there's nothing but darkness towards the depths of the dark mist. Then, the foot carts that had been smuggled out of Nasorsi slowly emerge from it. Man. They will return to Nasorsi's agricultural plate before dawn. The next day, the city gets the smallest of the breeze from the food shortage. One noticed that the Brigadier never returned from the dark woods. Food mysteriously appeared at the agricultural plate before making its way to the grain stores across the city. It falls well short of truly solving the problem. It was far more than just a Brigadier who never came back. Though the people of the city do not know it yet. Once again, the sun rises, without pity or care. Are all of the Dublin high-ups just eaten in the forest? The Draken and the wayward wake woman walk the streets, watching with shock at how the now commonplace brawls descend into even more brutal violence. Nomad knocks on the blacksmith's door. She brings woeful news. Well, we have at least food that will cheer the morale a bit. Return of the food cards does little to stem the spread of mayhem. Cullen learns the truth before Loshini and Amos find him, and makes a decision to destroy the statue in the middle of the square. Ouch. The hell's wrong with you, Theo? You have eyes. Use them. Sorry, Mr. Robbie. I was just hoping to try my luck over at Lacroix Street. See if I could get some potatoes. Get lost. Sorry. Look out! The Burnsby's panicking. Out of the way! And this is how he died. Stupid coachman. You nearly ran me over. Get back here. That dank for brains went off just like that. Mr. Worvy, look, who did get run over? Serves you right. I'm going anywhere now. Let's go see the Dublin folks. Maybe give him potatoes for handing over a traitor. But let's stick to the back streets. Can't have someone else taking my spy. The man grabs the boy's collar and drags him into a small, empty alley. The boy groans in anguish. Weird. Did I forget the way? Give me back my potatoes. Go and buy your own. You still have some at the shop. Give them back. You still have potatoes? My glasses hears the voices, then the broken body of the boy whose arm he's still grabbing. He's dying. Would the please even give me anything for a dying kid? Would he even get anything out of him? That's your lucky date, Vader. Okay, there's some hope that he will live, but he won't live. The man shakes off the boy's hand, which has been grabbing his sleeve, and walks off briskly towards the voices. My leg, it hurts. Can't stand. Oh. Miss Emma. Who's there? Who's calling my name? I did as you asked. Just leave me alone. Emma. You? What happened? I got hit by a carriage, then left behind here. I'm not a Victorian spy, Miss Emma. Please, help me. Take me to Mr. Cullen. Victorian spy? Ah, it's all happening so fast. It hurts so much. Man, if this is not the consequences of my actions. I know the Victorians did bad things. Nobody likes me. Nobody listens to me. Nobody wants to get close to me. But could he at least find Mr. Cullen? It hurts. It's so cold. When I grow up, I find the Victorians and take revenge for Mr. Niels. Maybe I'd have helped you if Niels was the only one who died. Miss Emma? You know that Niels died in the war. Many more people died without ever seeing the battlefield. The Victorians blocked off the supply routes. Yeah, you know, you Victorians, you boy that decided all of this. You still are so many people starved, including me, including the child Niels left behind. Child inside me. Oh, well, X for such. You starved to death because of you Victorians. Find someone else to get Cullen for you. Very good people. Unlike me. Very good people. She might have lost it. Emma, how could you do that to him, Emma? How could have changed you so much? I'm not defending her, Cullen, but she wasn't the only one there that day. No, she wasn't. Sorry, shouldn't have said that. No, you're absolutely right. Wanted to take fear with you, didn't you? What did you see? You're being bullied, and I'm not talking squabbles between kids, by adults. I mean, the first time I saw it, I thought it wouldn't happen again. But it did, a lot. I had a bad feeling that he didn't belong here. that there was a place for him in Nassau Sea, but I never thought. I understand. You should go. Colin? I said I understand. I said I understand! Now go. Get out. Leave me. Leave me be for a while, please. I'm sorry. Blacksmith stands silent in the room. All is quiet, save for the crackling of the fire. Theo. Many things have passed him by. Many things he could not understand. He no longer has the strength to find out why, to separate cause from effect. The only thing he knows is that he never achieved anything. What kind of hero am I? Yeah, what kind of hero are you? Blacksmith looks around him. There's no one else in the smithy, save the empty eye sockets of the dragon statue, now glaring at him accusingly. Well, what kind of hero are you? He will choose to be a hero, I believe in him. What kind of hero am I? What kind of hero would leave a child to the mercy of abuse and ill will? Didn't he do his best? What kind of hero would allow food to be smuggled out of the city under his very nose until there's nothing left? While doing nothing more than handing out a few shriveled potatoes to his neighbors? What kind of hero would shut himself in his smithy while the city descends into bedlam, all to satisfy his own pathetic vanity by etching his name into a pedestal? No, it's not out of vanity. All I wanted was to use the title of hero to bring happiness to our countrymen who lost everything in the war, as you told Nemus. Like now? Like now? Weak, you swore to protect are dead and gone. The justice you swore to uphold has fallen into darkness. The people you swore to bring happiness to, I might worry. Are they even your people anymore? Or are they dead, living in the past? The dead, living in the past? Your heart still dreams of the future. Vain as it is, but them? They're walking dead, stuck in the past. Yeah, maybe don't dwell too much about injustice in the past and just build a better future. That would be cool. Who is it you're calling your countryman? The wretch who spends his days brandishing an antique sword he salvaged from the flames? The smuggler who let an innocent child die because she miscarried her own? Townsfolk no longer know anything but hate in the face of change? Go on, go out and find someone, anyone. Ask them what the plan for the future is. What do you think the answer will be? Live a happy life? The blacksmith's hammer falls to the ground with a loud crash. He glares at the dragon sad. No, it's you who is trapping them in the past. Collected the plates and bowls that my people use day to day. Lit the fuel they relied on for warmth and light just to feed you. You monster. I don't know about the food, but the metal and the fuel. It was me. I fed you those pots and pans. I put the people's livelihoods into your mouth with my own hands. I mean, at least he had still some discretion. He did not take the man's leg. Also, that you could grow and grow. You've devoured everything in my life. Then you devoured Theo himself. Theo. It was me. I nurtured the monster that took your life. Soon it will stand in the square of Samhain, spread its wings, turn everyone in the city into the dead, those who can only live in the past. You're right, monster. I'm no hero. I'm a fraud, a vain, pathetic fraud. Once I've fooled others, now the only one I'm fooling is myself. But they need me. She still needs me. I'm doom as Final Fantasy sometimes. They need you. Need a hero to wake them up, to tell them that the war's over, that what really matters is what lies ahead, the future, tomorrow. You think you're the one? I mean, we have wheat wound in the corner. I'm the one. Blacksmith walks away from the forge of resolute steps. He takes the thickest metal chain he can find and walks back to the dragon. Somebody's eyes still fixated up in him. Come with me. Where to? To the square. It's not Samhain yet. I can wait no more. I will not wait for your ominous prophecies to come true. Come with me. I will dismantle you. Return our lives to the people. Dragon does not move in the eyes of the blacksmith, however. He sees the dragon bolt set, perhaps mockingly, perhaps invitingly. Wait, Amos, I'm back. Vern's in a real bad place right now. You should go see him. How about on your end? What's going on in the city? People are just losing their mind, but it's fine, it's fine. We don't need food anymore once they're truly undead, right? People are still looking for spies. Victorian spies. Are they off their rockers? Terran or Victorian, we're all human. We're gonna keep fighting to the death like this. And the war's already over? Tell them, Nemus. Tell them that Dublin made him go hungry and was punished by the Red Dragon. The food's now... Do not mention the word Dublin ever again, Bridget. The leader's orders. I only overheard whispers about the food at the victory party. No evidence, no trial. Don't even know how it got back. Besides, news about all those missing people hasn't spread at all. How am I supposed to explain it? I guess what actually happened is that a planner did hear about the food summary or the other during the banquet, right? And this punishment probably just, killed them all. Wonder why Dublin at all is not allowed to be mentioned anymore, though. They can't be reasoned with. We do this the hard way. What do you mean? When I came back, I told myself I would never be her shadow again. With the two leaders refusing to show a face and take responsibility, I must step up, wanting to calm the people. What about Cullen? I even know him as the hero. Things would be much simpler if he's willing to help. He should be at his smithy. I'll lead the way. Just sees the man carrying out the statue while talking to himself. As for you, Bridget, you should leave the city as soon as possible. Why? Well, if we and Cullen both fail, then the people will. I see. They don't much like me here, so I just get in the way, is that it? I'm sorry, Bridget, that's not what I meant, but it's true. Don't worry, I'll try my luck in the dark woods. 6 times the charm. Yeah, you just need a cheat code now. Cullen! Cullen! Is he not in? What the? They're both rendered speechless. The door of the smithy. No, the entire front wall of the smithy is gone. What the? Wall, which was supposed to stay up until the statue was finished, is now a pile of rubble. Visible to it is a long trail leading to the square. Along with track mark support, they span almost the entire breadth of the road. Well, he's sending a statement before, for sure. Cullen tracks this sculpture to the city square and tries to make them as a sea reason, but dies. Well, okay, maybe I just should not read those things. Sad. Hundreds, thousands of years ago, the Tyrant's ancestors did the same as the descendants do now, lighting bonfire after bonfire in the barrens between autumn and winter. He would sleep beside the Red Dragon, the red hot dreams buffeted by sand and wind until war, but even so it was enough to keep everyone warm. He would wake up to a still burning bonfire, because the Red Dragon does not sleep. For a moment's rest, the Red Dragon could find respite from fatigue and pain by traveling in the dreams of homeland flicker and freedom, rising slowly from the flames and into the sky. They, somehow in the process, people fuel the flames with wood torn from nearby wounds, entirely forgotten the ancient glacier time that seemed to last forever. Put your hand in the fire. Yippee, it's all purple. Look at the color of the flames on my hip. I'm a Tavan, I tell you, unblessed by the red dragon. I think a spy couldn't fake the color of a lamp. Get on with it. May the red dragon be merciful. Oh, doesn't even hurt too bad. That should not be your reaction. Really? Look, you can barely make out the burn marks on my hand. So, you're not a Victorian spy. But do you know of anyone else who hasn't undergone the trial yet? You should not burn yourselves. Hot take? You. Yes, you. Have you burned your hand over there yet? You know, just making sure you're part of the group, okay? Say something, will you? Enough fiddling with that broken knot of yours. Come with me. I'll take you there. Let's put down the knot. You hit me? Why not? You're dead. Fine, keep your bloody knot. Just come with me to see if you're not a Victorian spy. I feel like there might be better ways to look into such things. The quiet resident stands up before the sword and heads towards the bonfire with shaky steps. The square's already descended into complete chaos, though half it stems from suspicion and hatred, not to mention frustration at having revealed no spies yet. The other half comes from the looks of despair and the deathly silence. Until a faint sound of something dragged across the ground rumbles in the distance. The sound grows louder and louder, until it drowns out all the clamor and chaos. Everyone hears the sound of something massive slowly being dragged closer to them. Let's go. This is my smith. Jesus Christ, this is... I didn't think the statue would be that big. My man. I'm gonna be so sad to see you die. I do like him as a character, it's gonna be sad. In the flash, every other sound fades, leaving only the shaking of steel and gears in its wake. Hidden in the humid mist is a gigantic silhouette of an ice-cold statue, watched by a hero, and still considered incomplete by the townsfolk. The statue of the Red Dragon's ancestors is presented to Tara, the wise in the raging light of the dying sun. It even so nearly manages to shroud the city. There's some symbolism there, right? We surely can disassemble it so the city can get its light back, right? The dragon statue came to life? No, that's Cullen? Cullen, are you here to help us find the Victorians too? He has to prove he isn't one first. Over here, Cullen. Listen, I won't hurt you as long as you know Victorian. Are you deaf? Get over here already. Hold on, he attracted this giant statue all on his own? He is spelled different, okay? If I notice the iron chain swept around his arms, 1, 2, 3 times around, the statue waist was resting on those wide yet mortal shoulders. The hero does not respond to his name and continues forward. The statue grinds down on him till it draws blood. His flesh is nearly rent asunder, his bones cry out in sorrow, and yet he presses on. But he is doing it to himself. The young hero walks ahead of the statue, unafraid of the disparity between his small statue and gigantic structure. He takes one step, then another, each heavy and certain, towards an open space in the crowd. He parks the statue in the square's empty center, and struggles to turn around before facing everyone before him. The steel skeleton bears an icy elegance, wings rose in a motion craving for flight, and plays as if it were meant to be there since the beginning. Gonna make the dragon fly once it's disassembled. Stop, my brothers and sisters. Before we kill any more of our own. For a moment, no one dares to respond. Pain and doubt both remain, as well as the pain that keeps everyone from advancing towards him like an army of walking corpses. The man before them is a hero. He protected Nasoasi, but he is not with the message, so he needs to be eaten. He dragged both blessing and curse all the way here, and the statue behind him laces his every word with an awe-inspiring weight. Kill our own? Who? Your burning hands of fire now. What if your spy isn't found? You know, then let me just check everyone's eye color. And then their hair color. We really tracked the statue here. What should we do? Should we interrupt him? Did your food not return to us? Is the war not over? Say, there really was a spy. Why must the entire city gather here? Why must we hurt each other just to find one lowly spy? Let him finish. Well, I guess he made peace with his lot in life. I'd say it again. The war's over. When it had just ended, my thoughts were simple. I'd wait for a smith better than myself to arrive, then learn a thing or two from them so I could repair what I had made myself. But no smiths came, and I learned no skills. You even took what you lot needed to live and forged it into the statue. That was wrong of me. Nasoasi's sort of everything. Even an empty bowl is better put to catching rainwater than being cast into a shiny statue that does nothing but grow. And the food. I was so worried yesterday, so afraid that famine could put us past the point of no return. Maybe it was the Red Dragon's mercy, or maybe one of the HE plates had a good harvest, but the fact is, our food is back. As long as we are alive, we can make it through this. Am I wrong? He is spitting the truth, but nobody listens anymore. But Theo is no longer alive. You still feeling pity for that Victorian bastard? Yes, I am. When I heard of his death, I began to hate everyone in the city, myself included. He has a conscience, yippee! You know better than any of us what the Victorians have done. I know what the last of this... With the last of their strength, they leaned over and begged me to take him away. I hate you all. I even feel like taking revenge on any of you who sat back and watched him die. But revenge needs a reason, doesn't it? What's our revenge for, then? To rob them, just like they robbed us back then. Yippee, eye for an eye, and everybody will be blind. How do you suppose Nasoasi could manage to take even a single grain from the Victorians? We've already melted our axes into the statue. We've let those bastards feel the pain we went through. Yeah, just like how I want to make you lot feel what it's like to die alone in an alley. Our brothers, our sisters died so we could live. Why must we now throw our lives away just to make others suffer? You want us to love them then? To love those who stole our crops, killed our kin? No, of course not. No one needs to love their enemy. Okay, you're not Jesus, note it down. All I want is for you to love the living. Love yourselves. But I don't even need you to do that. I just have one question for you all. Tomorrow, when Samhain is over, when the shadow of war finally leaves us, what will you do? I wanted to finish the statue and carve my name on it, but now I want to find a better smith to teach me to fix up a prosthetic leg. I don't know what's up with the fancy speech all of a sudden, Conan, but I don't care what happens tomorrow about the war. I just want the Victorians dead. So if you're speaking for them, I want you dead too. Fine. Okay, these are not words you should say to an angry mob. Colin swings the sledgehammer he used to forge the statue towards the dragon's head. He exhausts himself both in making and moving it, so with a moment's hesitation, the hammer does not come crashing down. Crowd even assumes it to be some sort of vigil. For a moment, does not react to his plan. Only when they realize Kull intends to destroy the statue. Even the most wary of the living dead collectively haul and dash in his direction, surrounding him. Yeah, now you should really stop him. Don't be foolish, Cullen. Emma's cry is drowned out by the crowd's yells, but Cullen's voice remains clear for all to hear. Eugenie thinks of rushing over to him, but the angry crowd blocks her path. She bites her lip and tries to open a path through the sea of people with both her flames and voice, shouting to attract their attention. Unfortunately, they act as they have already lost their senses. Maybe they truly have. Who can say? I'm going to destroy the statue in order to return the lives it took from you. Destroy it? How dare you! I remember what each and every bone was forged from. I turn its spine back into axes, its plates, its ribs back into bowls, its skull into tables and chairs. You know, a lot more useful. And give them all back to you. Traitor! How could a hero like you betray us like this? If being unwilling to take someone else's livelihood makes me a traitor, then I was never a hero, but a traitor all along. Excuses? Excuses? I tell you who Cullen really is. He is no hero. He's a liar who hungered for fame. He claimed to have killed a squad of Victorian scouts in the dark woods. But it was not in the woods that he met those Victorians, but somewhere further away. They weren't even scouts, just a band of poor traitors, already trampled over by some army or other. He wanted to save them, but in the end could only save one boy. A Victorian child he didn't know what to do. I mean, okay, you're saying you're not a hero, but with your lie and everything, didn't you at least kinda made it possible for the child to live here and you saved him? By it out of desperation or vanity. He decided to cut the heads off and tell his people they were scouts. That way he'd become a hero, the most prestigious person in town. Thought he could use that status for good. Raising the boy would become an act of mercy by the benevolent hero. You lied to us? Even this poor liar knew that he was still a blacksmith, and thought he should learn his trade after the war. But you lot. What about you? You're not Cullen? You're fake pretending to be him. Yeah, you're not Cullen. He's our hero. The man of steel who even a whole Victorian squad couldn't handle. Who the bloody hell are you? Man, I laugh that they don't accept his real him as him and instead go like, we rather like you in your made up story. After tracking the statue all the way here from my workshop, how much longer do you expect me to live? Fresh blood gushes from Cullen's mouth, and knows that he has just uttered his last words. He bears an almost kind and expectant gaze as he looks at his compatriots surrounding him, hoping their faces will reveal an expression other than hate. But he feels as if his eyes meet only a sea of purple flames, the faces behind the fire difficult to discern, as if they are the vessels that he met in those ruins outside long, long ago. He looks into the distance. In the corner at the edge of the square, he sees a tiny figure. He did not have time to look for Theo's corpse, but now he stares at him blankly, purple flames clearly visible around it. Theo, you too? I mean, that was kind of his last words, and it's what the flames do. This was all for naught. Cullen stumbles to his feet and picks up his hammer to swing. The crowd stares at him with dread, fearing that the hammer will fall on their heads, but they do not back down. Cullen uses the last of his strength, and with the utmost ferocity he strikes the dragon's head, as if sounding a death knell. At least he gets to look at this guy, yeah? The hero's body collapses before the giant dragon, stunning the crowd as if they've lost something. Sheena's voice finally spats as her fire burns like a sunset-started flame, but she fails to attract any attention. At that very moment, the statue suddenly bursts into purple flames, along with Cullen lying quietly before it, sending the crowd reflexively into retreat. Within the fire, Cullen begins to pick himself up, while the giant statue extends its wings as if to fly away. When Cullen gets fully to his feet, the dragon statue flaps its huge wings, lifts off, and lands on the empty pedestal in the center of the square prepared just for it. The crowd watches in complete silence, the whether out of shock or reverence is unclear. From the citadel come the faintly discernible sounds of footsteps, slow and late. Truly a shame that I missed the only hero left in this city. Well then, people of Nazosi, your hero has sacrificed his life for the statue. Nightfall approaches. If you still follow the Red Dragon's will, then you will obey curfew and head home. Man, how the hell do we fix the situation? Cullen uses the last of his strength, and with that much ferocity he strikes the dragon's head, as sounding a death knell? I'm quite a fan of Cullen, I see. Tragic ending, but the embellishments made it beautiful. You flatter me. I never met the blacksmith a few times. He was the first victim of the city's chaos, if you don't count fear. Actually, I'm rather curious about something. The Dubliners who walked into the darkness, they also bear the purple flames you mentioned. I'm sorry, but I couldn't say. Based on your story so far, I do not believe they would have. Corruption, smuggling, use of authority. They had many plans for the future. If you thought about it that much, you could probably come up with your own ending by now. But that was not the only incident occurring in the city. You said to yourself, he was but the first victim. So, if you insist on ending this here, I mean, honestly, there is... It's not too bad of... Okay, I guess he would still want more resolution, but it's at least ending on a high point. The Red Dragon was certain those infected by the flames of death could not be saved. Sure, she declared to her people that the land would become Death's domain. They would become her followers, accompanying her on a journey towards death. The corpse-like masses no longer had the strength to either consent or refuse. That night, flames rose high into the sky, illuminating the fields, and since then, no one has ever seen the Red Dragon or her followers again. What is it? Nothing. You can go now. There's obviously something. Since then, no one has ever seen the Red Dragon? Really? Powerful clenches towards the tavern wall, covered in newspapers no one has touched. But these papers did too, with a photo of the leader gracing the headlines. They declare she's currently in Oak Grove for some ceremony or other. Also, accompanying her on a journey towards death. When did that happen? Stories are free to go where they please. We sure, but doesn't mean we get to twist the tail beyond recognition and laugh it off. So I made it the fuck up, okay? Why ever not? Because you and I, we are Tarans. Our stories will reflect us, no matter how distorted they become. Oh, you still regard yourself as the Taran? Been a Taran since the very first time I read a line penned by Seamus Williams. Why else would I have abandoned the warm armchairs of Castshire's County Literature Salon for an all-the-way-to Tara and become a... Still regard yourself as a Taran. An extremely ominous thought flashes through the writer's mind. He immediately rejects it. He looks at the newspapers again. The paper support only effects. Most of the time, even if they are edited. Let's just go ahead and ask. Who sent you? I'm here under no one's orders. As you put it, I'm simply an interested reader who wishes to help you piece together the truth. Can you prove it? Now, there's a conundrum. It'd be simple enough to prove someone did send me, but opposite? How do I prove someone's non-existence? That's a very philosophical question. The author takes another gulp of beer, despondently gripping his head. He knows it's too late to run. But he can still turn things around. He just has to be clever about it. I mulled it over, and you're right, it's just a story. Suppose I was a tad nervous. Apologies. We do have quite a few unfinished tales as well. Perhaps we can join them together. Find an ending to both Nasorosi as it was, and a tower in your heart. So if you're ready, and for the next story, how about we talk about the dance in the mirror? Ooh, the dance in the mirror? What? I made it the fuck up. No, this was not a matter of cleverness. As long as he is prudent and lets the shadow of the story cast by firelight rise and warp, he will definitely be fine. This was nice. Maybe I'm sad about Column Man. But yes, I don't think I have really enough time for more, sadly, today. We'll back to our normal time on Monday, probably, for sure. But hey, this means we can go with an even Arc is streaming. Must use streaming art. I see we are all streamer boys today. I mean, to be fair, I do want to see my Appenholz, so we're gonna wait Musty. But yeah, thanks for being here. I do like this story. This has potential to be like S-tier side story for sure. Sunday will be Terraria for sure. So see you then. And tomorrow will be roleplay, but eh. So yeah. Bye. Bye. Okay, I did not start the wait yet. I should not say bye-bye yet. It's not like anyone's here, but yeah. Thanks for being around. And have a nice weekend. And it is the weekend. That is nice. Bye-bye.